Roll call.
Brandon Blaze. Rebecca Bird. Here. Tim Dearmeyer.
Here.
Andy Gleason.
Present.
Corey Johnson.
Here.
Tyler Emerson.
Here.
Justin Stengel.
Okay. Oh, next on the agenda is minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion made, did you have a second?
I'll second.
And a motion made and seconded to approve the minutes. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll look for a vote to approve the minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Minutes are approved. Financial report? Any questions on the financial report? If there's no questions, we'll file that. Rural Fire Committee update. Well, I guess, Rebecca and Tim, if you wanna chime in, try to get the highlights. Last week's meeting, firefighters were questioning about, there was some money left over from last year's budget. And there was discussion regarding that and, moving forward. There was discussion on having the village and town pay the budget monies in two separate payments, and I suggested that if they wanna discuss that, to put it on the agenda for next month's meeting. So we most likely will be discussing that next month. There's also some concerns brought to our attention regarding some of the things that have occurred in recent months. And some rescue squad members were asking for explanations. I believe I did the best I could. Apologize once again. Hopefully get past this. The amended contract did not get presented to the chair of the rural fire in time for the meeting. So that will be on next month's meeting agenda to approve the Village of Black Creek amended contract. That's kind of the highlight, so. There's new UMTs, past certification. Somebody enrolled in as an advanced EMT. Some of the discussion involved aging equipment and turnout gear. So that'd be ongoing discussion, in particular for budget times, Alright, library, Katie, how's it going?
Everything is going well at the library. We did have our annual, we held votes for our library boards. We have a new library board president, Carrie Peterson. And we do have one trustee position open with somebody coming to fill it at next month's meeting. So once that's confirmed, then I will reach out to you, Andy, and confirm that that person is in fact joining the library board. But everything went really well. This month we're doing a February reading challenge for all ages, and our new winter, spring programming guide is out and also online, so you can check both of those places. And we have some new programming coming out that we're trying out this season. And all programming, I always like to remind everybody, our programming is free to everybody so that people know. But everything is good, and our next library board meeting will be in March, because it's already February. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, period of public comment. Well, if there's any residents or taxpayers that like to comment on agenda items.
Andy, I'm just assuming the board approves a recommendation to go ahead with the Public Works building with the plan as is. The bidding process or soliciting for bids, how's that gonna work? Who's it gonna go out to? Is it gonna be opened up? Who decides up there how that's going to work?
Okay. I guess that's a fair question, so we can address that when we talk about it in the agenda.
Okay.
I mean, that, I'm pretty sure that we can cover that easily, so. Okay, anybody else?
Andy,
Yes, sir?
I stayed at home an awful lot and I have a police scanner. This morning they paged out the ambulance. They answered the call in 1 minute and they're en route in 10 minutes. That's not bad.
No?
That's, it, I like the way they're working,
Yep.
so.
Yeah, I heard this silence myself. I don't have a scanner anymore. So probably give me flashbacks if I hear that. Anyways, thank you, Al. Anybody else? Yes, sir?
I'd like to thank the crew that works for the village on the snow plowing and stuff. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I think
Yep.
agree.
Yeah, don't be afraid to compliment them.
Don't be afraid to tell us if we're not doing it.
Well, don't worry about it.
Have you been to these meetings?
It's called constructive criticism.
All right, anybody else? Good? Yes, ma'am.
Andy, I have a question. I see community reports you have on your finance. I look back through since the beginning of May, there's only been 3 finance committee meetings. How is that possible when we have so much going on in this village with borrowing money and all the projects going on? How come we only have 3 finance meetings and one was just to discuss the budget?
Yeah. I understand. A lot of that background work is taken care of by Barb, you know, and then if something needs to be approved, it's presented to the board, so.
But she's not on the finance committee. I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
Okay,
I was going through some Wisconsin municipality things today, and it said that they don't require it, but say they should have a finance committee every month as they have a board meeting.
okay. Okay. Historically, we haven't done that, but because we could look into that and imagine it varies by municipality, just how involved that can be. Anybody else?
I mean, Andy, is that possible that those committee meetings could be scheduled every month? And if there's nothing to discuss, then you just, okay, we're not gonna meet this month. But should that be something that should be looked at, say every month we're gonna meet? Because there is a lot going on.
Yeah,
And if you don't need, if you feel you don't need to meet, then just skip it that month.
yeah, that's been mentioned in the past, and like you said, we got a lot going on right now, and then it could be months without it, so. But, yeah, something to consider. Anybody else? Okay, thank you. I guess. Alright, finance, approve the payment of vouchers.
I'll make a motion to approve the payment of the vouchers.
I have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, and a motion made and seconded to approve the payment of vouchers. Any discussion? Okay, if there's no discussion, I'll look for a vote. All in favor of approving the payment of the vouchers, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Vouchers are approved. Courts and public safety, nothing. Utility, NSA, December 25 and January 26 report. Anything to add, Corey?
Plant, our aging plant continues to run and Scott keeps blowing miracles, so.
Okay. Streets, DPW update, do you have anything for us, Steve?
Just a few updates. As you may have noticed, there's stone chips being used on the roads. We can no longer get straight salt from the county in anticipation of a shortage. They're not in a shortage right now, but they don't wanna be in a shortage. We cannot buy straight salt anymore. So luckily, we had a pile of straight salt. We beefed up their mixture, so we're trying to limit the amount we use to stop all the stone chips from getting into our storm system. But, it's working good. 2 water main breaks so far this year. The second one was a week ago Sunday. 3 of us were out of town. Greg did an awesome job of handling it by himself. So, two of us were available if they needed to come back, but Greg took care of it, so kudos to Greg. During the cold spell, we got a lot of oil changes and service work done before the spring. Now that it warmed up, we're back to cutting ash trees in the parks. And that's about it.
Okay. Thank you. Nothing in IUP, buildings and grounds. Anything to add there, Steve?
Where we're gonna cover the,
Yeah, that's item number 2.
Tim will take that.
So, item number 2, discuss and consider for approval Patty's recommendation to accept the proposed public works building plan as is. Look for a motion.
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval the committee's recommendation to accept the proposed public works building plan as is.
Motion made, do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion made and seconded to discuss and consider for approval committee's recommendation to accept the proposed public works buildings plan as is. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. Tim, you wanna start?
Well, I think I let Steve go over the process. Him and his crew have worked a long time now, and I've worked somewhat with them on different times on this development of these plans. As we said in the committee meeting, Steve has gone, and then his crew has gone twice to look at a building of similar ideas, and just to look at it and make sure that they got the things they need and not more than they don't need, things they don't need. So I guess you can go through the process, Steve. I don't know if anybody's got questions on the board about the plans themselves, if you've had a chance to look at the plans themselves.
So we had a series of planning meetings with myself and Greg and Michael, Tim Tamarame and Tim Deermeyer was at some of the meetings, being the chair of Buildings and Grounds. Several meetings to design and redesign and tweak the plans. We feel we kept it to a bare minimum, no bells and whistles. Presented it to the Buildings and Grounds Committee. And then they pretty much approved the plan, or approved recommending it to the board, so, I don't know if there's specific questions about the plans. I know Barb sent them out to the whole board to look at, so.
Yeah, I mean, so am I. I know we've had a handful of meetings that have been presented. We just had recently with all the details in the buildings and grounds one, so I don't have any more questions or
And this is
thoughts on it.
to approve the plan to get it to bid, once my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, and then once they're bid, we come back again. We make a recommendation to the board from building and grounds, you know, on who and if we're gonna go forward with building. So this is not approving the building being built, it's approving the plans built.
Yeah, I guess to touch on some of Bruce's questions, you know, we do have a timeline, project timeline, where right now we're at board approval to release the biddings. The bidding goes for 3 weeks. So, are the bids gonna be sent to the village or to the architect?
The bills are, if the bids are mailed in, they would go to Barb's office. If they're delivered in person, they would be delivered here on March 10th at 2 PM prior to the bid opening at 2:05.
Okay.
So, in-person bids have to be hand-delivered at the bid opening. Nothing will be delivered to the library or the village hall or anything, so.
Yeah, it wouldn't be accepted.
And then, my experience typically, somehow we get the word out that we're looking for bids, correct?
Well, so go ahead with the state statute, but somebody wanna explain that?
Correct, yes, we're, the class 2 notice, is gonna be published, and then, the plans will be available, from the architect's office. So they would, through that, process, they would contact me. I would, then review the bids, do the vetting process. Once I receive those bids, to make sure that, they follow all the guidelines that's in the, request for bid packet. That's been, sent out, and it's been, for review. And then once the bids are received, I will be reviewing those, and then the timeline for recommendation. Once the bid opening happens, make sure that, all those bidders are qualified prior to the recommendation, to the building and grounds, and then that would then get forwarded, and that would get approved for village board on the 13th.
So just to be clear, there wouldn't be no bid awarding at the bid opening. Bid opening would be March 10th. The award wouldn't be till after approval at the April board meeting. So there's quite a period in there when Tim would have time to vet the bids, and so just to be clear that, and it does say that in the bid packet that it will not be awarded at the openings.
Okay. Any more discussion? Okay. Alright, so we'll be looking for a motion to approve the committee's recommendation to accept the proposed public works building plan.
I'll make a motion to approve the committee's recommendation to accept the proposed public works building plan as is.
We have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve committee's recommendation to accept the proposed public works building plan as is. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Ordinance, discuss and consider for approval an operator's license for Sandra Cleveland, 1-day license, and Theodore Bayer, 1-day license. Looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval an operator's license for Sandra Cleveland, 1-day license, Theodore Bayer, 1-day license.
We have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
I A motion made and seconded to discuss and consider for approval an operator's license for Sandra Cleveland, 1-day license, and Theodore Bayer, 1-day license. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, discuss. I don't, what's, like the 1-day festival or something?
Do we have everything we need application wise? Do we have?
No.
No.
The applications were complete and Deputy Bugolke did do the background checks, finding no, information or convictions of concern.
Okay. Any more discussion? If there's no more discussion, I'll be looking for a vote to approve operator's license for Sandra Cleveland, 1-day license, Theodore Bayer, 1-day license.
I'll make a motion to approve operator licenses for Sandra Cleveland, 1-day license, Theodore Bayer license.
I have a motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
A motion made and seconded to approve operator's license for Sandra Cleveland and Theodore Bayer. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. New business. Discuss and consider for adoption resolution 2026-2, loan application to the Board of Commissioners of Public Lands of Wisconsin. Looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for adoption resolution 2026-2, loan application to the Board of Commissioners of Public Lands of Wisconsin.
Motion made, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion made and second to discuss and consider for approval an operator's license for oh, I'm sorry, what did I say?
You went up a line. You're talking operator's license.
Oh, I went wrong line, sorry. Discuss and consider for adoption resolution 2026-2, loan application to the Board of Commissioners of Public Lands of Wisconsin. Now I lost track.
We got a first and second, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Okay,
vote.
so, okay, so we got a first and second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, discussion? This is for the work. Up to the
Wastewater treatment facility project design and bidding,
okay.
$240,000.
Alright. So it's part of the getting our new facility going, so. Any more discussion? Okay, if there's no more discussion, we'll be looking for a motion to adopt resolution 2026-2, loan application to Board of Commissioners of Public Lands of Wisconsin. All those in favor say aye.
No, I gotta go
Yeah,
through the
oh.
motions.
I'm sorry.
So I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2026-2, loan application to the Board of Commissioners of Public Lands of Wisconsin.
So, a motion made, I have a second.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded for adoption of resolution 2026-2, loan application to the Board of Commissioners of Public Lands of Wisconsin. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Only two things left, we'll see if I can get through it. Discuss and consider for approval flea market permit submitted by Alan Lathrop for end of summer craft and vendor event on August 15th, 2026. Looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion to discuss and consider for approval flea market permit submitted by Alan Lathrop for end of summer craft and vendor event on August 15th, 2026.
We have a motion made, do we have a second? Have a motion made and seconded to discuss and consider for approval flea market permit submitted by Alan Lathrop for an summer craft and vendor event, August 15th, 2026. All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed? Okay. Discussion? Same thing, Al?
Same thing, and can I say something about it? We market out for 110 spaces. Last year we had them all full. And that goes back to Steve and his guys getting everything looking good. Many compliments on the way the lot looks. We have had some people, next year will be our 10th one. Some people have been there since day one. One gal, she does about 150 to 200 a year. She said this is the top 5 for her. And that goes back to the lot, everything. That's what I want to say, thank you.
Okay. All right. Good to hear compliments for our guys. All right, any more discussion? All right, we'll look for a motion to approve the flea market permit submitted by Alan Lathrop for an end of summer craft and vendor event on August 15th, 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve the flea market permit submitted by Alan Lathrop for an end of summer craft and vendor event on August 15th, 2026.
We have a motion made, do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve the flea market permit submitted by Alan Lathrop for end of summer craft and vendor event August 15th, 2026. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, Al, you're good to go.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Andy, if I can make a quick comment, try slide your mic farther away, yours is the only one that's all scratchy.
Scratchy?
Yeah, I don't know why, everybody else's, yours is all scratchy. I don't know if it's too close or too far away, I don't know what the difference
I
is.
do occasionally have like a tremor in my voice, maybe that's affecting it. I'm sure it's not blood pressure or anything. Alright. So, is that better?
A little bit.
Alright. Unfinished business, discuss and consider ongoing 2025 agreement, ambulance agreement, and as I stated earlier, we did not get it to the rural fire committee in time to consider at this month's meeting. So come March, hopefully we'll finish the project. So, just a snafu. All right. Yes, sir.
As long as we're on talking about compliments and Steve brought up, I wanna thank Steve and then his guys because they put the speakers in and they ran the wires and they got to get the sound system so everybody can hear, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Nice. Yeah.
We just put the speakers in, they came and hooked up the
Yeah,
amplifier.
they
and
hooked it up,
everything.
you guys put the speakers in.
Good deal. Did it work for everybody tonight?
Yours, except for yours.
Except for me.
Yeah,
All right.
might be your microphone, it might be, I don't know.
All right, well, we'll fine tune it. As there's no more business before us, I will adjourn this